truth that you are a slave. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison for your mind.
Greetings. Today I want to speak to you on this subject, from word to flesh. And many people read that in the Bible and believe that is literal and secular history that it is speaking about. But it is all teaching you how to create your reality consciously. So many people will always quote that the word became flesh. And they will say that the word dwell among us. But I'm saying to you, dwell within us. And when you understand that scripture in St. John 1, you would realize that it says that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. And it says that all things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. Then it goes on to say that the Word became flesh. Okay? Now, to understand that, you have to understand the Genesis story and the story of St. John 1 to be the same story of alchemy. The same story of how to create your reality consciously with the understanding of the element of earth, wind, water, fire, and you be the fifth element, the spirit. Now, a word is a thought expressed, and thoughts become things. So it is teaching you how everything can be transmuted from a thought to a hardened objective fact. So when it says from word to flesh, it is not speaking about this physical flesh. It is speaking about matter. Okay? So, when you understand that we are here to learn, and the earth is a school, you would realize that we are to learn how to transmute energy into form, or how to take our thoughts or our desires and make them hardened objective fact that we can contact with the five senses, that we can see, we can taste, we can touch, and we can smell those things that were once a thought in our mind. So everything in this world that we benefit from for survival, it was first a thought, it was first an idea, it was first imagined. In other words, I'm saying everything that was invented, okay, everything that we refer to as a great innovation, it was first a thought or first an idea, it was first imagined. So the Bible is speaking of man's imagination, and that is why you need to understand that Abdullah would have taught Neville Goddard that the central character of the Bible is man's imagination. So when it says that the word became flesh, you have to understand how you are the Lord and Master of your destiny, and you're responsible to take your thoughts to create your life however you want it to be. So, my brother, my sisters, the choice is yours. Whatever you desire in this world, it is yours. If you would believe the fact that we become what we think about most of the time, and that it is our thoughts that is creating our lifestyle, creating our personality. Whatever person that we are displaying on this planet, it all have to do with the mind. Your greatest possession is your mind. Your greatest treasure is your mind. And anything that you will ever say to me, it has to first be mental, it has to first be psychological. And anything that you will ever do in this world, it has to first be mental, it has to first be psychological, it has to first be a thought. So, in short, as I come to a close, if a preacher gonna preach you a sermon and tell you don't do this, do that, and he's telling you what would be the outcome of what you do, whether it would be positive or negative, he's just basically speaking about the law of cause and effect. And I'm showing you the law of cause and effect, that it is an immutable law, and that there are certain laws that governs all of humanity, and no one can escape those laws. That is why I'm teaching you how to live your life more responsibly, by teaching you how thoughts is what creates reality. In other words, imagination is what creates reality, and imagination is actually God in man. So you need to discover the creative power that is within you and use that creative power to achieve your every desire, to understand what it really means when it says that the word became flesh. You would understand that you are the living book, reading the written book. And then you will know that the Bible is your spiritual autobiography that must be interpreted psychologically. Therefore, you must never look at it as a book of morality, because everyone is displaying their life on this planet based on their level of consciousness. So there's no one to judge or no one to try to change but yourself. Focus on changing yourself, and you will understand what it really means when it says that the word became flesh, and when it says also that the Christ turned water into wine. You would realize that when you use your higher self in terms of trusting and believing in your higher self, that you are the one who would take your thoughts and change it into hard and objective facts. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I hope I make myself plain to you, and I hope you understand what I'm saying to you, because those of you who have been following the work of Neville Goddard, it's very important for you to know that Abdullah used the Bible and the Kabbalah to teach Neville Goddard the mysteries of the Bible. Therefore, I'm not going to stray away. I'm going to stay in line and teach you how to understand the Bible as a book of mind science, so you can free yourself from all form of mental slavery that had you looking outwardly. So, as I was saying before, if what I'm saying, if it makes sense to you, if it really resonates with you and helping you in any way and you haven't subscribed already, I'm definitely encouraging you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, if you like to follow me on Instagram, or if you like to follow me on TikTok, you can follow me at Black Mad Guru. And if you feel strongly led to support this work, I always want to remind you that there's a PayPal and the link is down below, so you can feel free to check it out. And I always give you an invitation to be a part of my Patreon community, because your support is very much welcome. And I have a $20 course there that's called the Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciously. And it's all about helping you to realize how much you need to be in alignment with the sun, because the Bible is actually the sun book, and you are a soul being, a solar being. You have a soul, and when your soul is in alignment with the rest of nature, your life would be a bountiful life, because riches, abundance, prosperity, it is your birthright, but you have to make the conscious choice of getting in alignment. So if you feel strong enough to check out those videos, I'll definitely encourage you to do so. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.